right, here we go again. Another week has gone by, and no, I don't sleep here. I just come in and do the show. Coach Dave, of course, and Accordion Cool. Accordion Cool, yes. Well, today no special theme. Just a bunch of tunes. Some of them I may not have played in the show before or played them very infrequently. Now, the first one may be fall in that category. It's called Avalon. Avalon. Avalon is an island off the coast of California, which with all the rain they've had out there this past winter may not even be an island anymore, but it's a little island out there off the coast of California, and a song was written about it, 1920. A fellow named Al Jolson, you've probably heard that name before, great song and dance man from that era, made movies, Broadway shows. He and a couple of other fellows whose names didn't mean anything to me actually wrote the song, and it was featured in a couple of shows. Now, I don't know if it was Broadway or movies, but again, they didn't seem to ring a bell. So, Avalon, 1920. Well, moving on to our second tune. This tune, wow, it's real recent for us, 1964. 1964. And it's called Watch What Happens. So when you play this, watch what happens. Oh, never mind. Watch What Happens, written by a fellow by the name of Michel Legrand. Michel Legrand. It was a French tune, and of course, naturally, they translated the words to English. And it became a pretty big hit over here in this country. And it was actually a theme from a short movie, I believe it was, called The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, which was obviously a French movie. And then somebody around here kind of liked the tune, brought it over, rewrote the words and the lyrics. So we do get now, watch what happens. watch what happens. What happens was dummy hit a wrong button. You heard a little squeak squawk there in the middle, but I think we got past it, and we'll be all right. Well, this next tune, I'm going to play a little country tune for you today, and in my estimation, for whatever it's worth, this is the greatest country tune ever written, sung, played. Excuse me. Whatever. Written by a fellow named, well, at that time his name was Hugh, H-U-G-H, Hugh Nelson. And of course, after he wrote this and several other things, he went to Nashville and he became Willie Nelson. So he wrote this tune. Now, there's several stories about it, probably none of them true. But one of the stories is he happened to be in, shall we say, an adult beverage establishment one night, and he ran into Patsy Cline's husband. And he gave him the tune, take it home, see if Patsy liked it, wanted to record it. The story is she hated it, didn't want to do it, and obviously cooler heads prevailed, and she did, and of course became the biggest hit of her career. And in 1961, it was shortly before she tragically died in a plane crash. Now, if you go to the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, Tennessee, it's a wonderful, wonderful museum, and there's a whole room just devoted to Patsy Cline. And when you go in, this song is all you hear continuously on a loop. Little tune called Crazy. Here we go. Crazy, crazy for loving you. And I believe that after Patsy's passing, and a few years went by, and I think Willie himself actually recorded this, so recorded Crazy, because didn't have quite the appeal that Patsy's. I think it went all the way to #2 on the country charts, and like #10 on the pop charts, which wasn't even country. So quite, to me, like I said, the greatest song in country music. All right. Well, right about the same time, around 1963, you've heard me mention this gentleman many times, and Antonio Carlos Jobim. He was one of those Brazilian songwriters during the bossa nova blitz of the early 60s, and he wrote several. Of course, the biggest one, obviously, is "Girl from Ipanema." But this one I've always liked, and so we're gonna play Antonio Carlos Jobim. Meditation, that's what it is, medication, oh, never mind that. Here we go. Meditation. Antonio Carlos Jobim. Well, this next tune, around 1934, came from a show called Top Hat, written by a fellow named Irving Berlin. He was one of the great songwriters out of the 20th century. And this tune I play quite a bit, and it's called Cheek to Cheek, or Dancing Cheek to Cheek. So let's see what it sounds like today. Dancing Cheek to Cheek. Now, for you folks who are really familiar with that song, don't boycott the station. Yes, I did leave a little bit of it out. There's one section, and I don't know even what the words are, but the chords and everything have nothing to do with all the chords and everything in the song. So I and many others that play this just leave that section out. It's just a short section, and it just absolutely makes no sense. So that's that. My show, my game, my show, my rules. Okay. Well, right down near towards the end of our time today. This last tune has an interesting history. It was recorded around 1925, I believe, by a fellow named Ben Burney, who had one of the original big bands in the early 1900s. The song itself was written in 1911. Well, why did it take so long, Coach Dave? Well, because there was a legislator in Georgia, and he had a cute baby that was going to be born back in 1911. And the legislature passed a law that he had to name this cute little girl after the state of Georgia. And he was Dr. Brown was his name. So she became Sweet Georgia Brown. Now, this will separate the sports fanatics from the music folks. This is also the song that the Harlem Globetrotters come on and do all their warm-ups with. So whichever way you've heard it, that's okay. Sweet, sweet Georgia Brown. I bounced my basketball, but I forgot to bring it and left it at home. Yeah, that would be a sight. Basketball was something that I enjoyed sports and played a lot of sports when I was a kid. I just couldn't. Put this round thing through that, oh, are you kidding me? But a lot of people do it very well, even the ladies. So, all right. I became a long-distance runner instead. Actually, I'm about 5'8". When I started running, I was about 6 foot. Never mind. Well, that's just about our show for today. And as usual, thank y'all for watching, listening, tuning in, however it is that you get this show. And again, as usual, actually a couple of as usuals, bring the young'uns in to hear these tunes. Or Sweet Georgia Brown they might hear if they like basketball, but the others, they need a show like this to hear those tunes. And of course, let's not forget the big guy behind the glass. I don't think I frustrated him too much today. We didn't have any technical difficulties that I know of, and he still has, doesn't have a lot of hair left. But so let's take it home with, now let's go back to Georgia Brown. Here we go.